Well, shit. Okay. All right. Let's wait for everybody to come on before I get started. It's just going to be very well. I was live before, but the stream got interrupted, so I had to stop and redo it. Okay. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let's see, let's double check. Can you hear me? Okay. Let's get started. I am Anna Romero. I am the voice of the creator behind Goddess Guidance. You can find me on Instagram as goddess_guidance12, and you can also find me on Facebook as Goddess Guidance. I have a public page on both. Please visit them and check them out. I do a lot of sharing of spiritual memes, of life memes, because we all love memes. And I also share a lot of work and posts from my fellow peers in the spiritual community, because if I like it, I see it, I'm going to share it, and I'm going to give credit to whom credit belongs, to who deserves it. Okay? I am a healer. I am an intuitive reader, healer, curandera. I am I am in the midst of discovering all my spiritual abilities, my donas that were gifted to me upon creation from source. And it has been very exciting. It's been very difficult, but I look forward to figuring out everything that I was born with, that I was given. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's scary, but it's great. It's really great. Again, I am a curandera, and I offer intuitive readings. So please check out. It is AnnaMRomero.com. That's Anna with two. And can also check out my services, and you can check out the events that are coming up. I will post them on the event page where you can see the announcement as well as the link so that you can join it on the day of the event. The next coming event I have is a live interview with my little brother, Marcos Romero. We will be talking about his paranormal experiences because we have our house is haunted, my mom's house, which is where I live with my mother now. And our entire life has been filled with paranormal adventures and experiences. And my brother's, Marcos's, have been a little bit different than the rest of ours. His have been, the experiences that he's going to share with us are going to be very intense. So be sure to check that out, and it's going to be a good one. Okay. Also, in addition to my little brother's interview, I will be having the rest of my siblings on here as well, individually, to talk about what inspires them in terms of creativity. And also, we'll be sharing any projects they'll be working on and their paranormal experiences. So I will be posting 2 podcast links for my other brother, Tino, which is the Graveyard Grumbler podcast, and also for my niece, Elizabeth, and she is Crunch Time Coffee Talk. So be sure to check those out. They're both really, really great, and I'm sure that you'll get links to you, and that you can apply to your everyday life. Today, we are going to be doing new to YouTube. I am new to pick-a-cards, but I was called to come on here and do a little self-care pick-a-card. I do not have my piles ready. I'm actually in the midst of putting them together because I was called to just do it now. Don't plan ahead. Just figure out what's going on and just put the piles together so I'm talking with you. Normally, for me, the weekends are self-care, whether you're working or going to school or not, or currently on leave for both of them. To me, the weekdays tend to be for appointments, for errands, and things along those lines. And the weekends to me are specifically for rest or for self-care. I am all about rest. If I can rest all day, every day, I will. And right now I'm able to do so. So I'm very fortunate and grateful for that. But when it comes, even though I sleep, doesn't mean that I am addressing my self-care. Feels okay. My connection keeps going in and out, so please bear with me. To me, self really spiritual, and it's very massages can be very intense for me, only because in the midst of a massage, I take the opportunity to go within and literally just forget about the rest of the outside world, because I'm in a safe space, and I'm being divination, things like writing. Those are the types of things that are self-care for me. But I digress. Let's get into the self-care pick-a-card. Today we're going to be working with 1, 2, 3, 4 decks. Oh my gosh, are we backwards? Damn it. I really didn't want them to be backwards. I don't think I can change it on here. Damn it. Anyway, so beyond Lemuria, I got, let's see if I can. Nope. Okay, there we go. See the little scribbles on the wand? There we go. This is, you would never, I got this selenite wand. It is, okay, this is the pencil. This is how big the selenite wand is, and I got it for $11. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I literally almost cried. I snatched it up from the woman's hand so quick, but then she put in a nice little iridescent bag for me, so I was happy. So this is the selenite wand that's going to be spending time with us today as we do the pick a cards, okay? So let's get started. I'm missing a deck. Oh no, it's right here. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 piles, okay? And as we're putting these piles together, we're gonna ask first. Let's just try to bring ourselves back to center for a moment and ground just briefly if we can. You know, if you grab a crystal or a rosary or a pendulum or some cards or something, a candle, something that helps you ground, something that helps bring you back to center, even like I said, even if just briefly, so that we can put these piles together and we can get started on going on this pick a card, okay? So let's ask all our guides and our ancestors and our guardian angels as well as spirit to come through and spend some time with us so they can let us know what it is that they would like us each to know through this pick a card. And although it's not individual, it is specific to all of us. Resonates and run with it. That is yours to keep. Don't fret too much on stuff that doesn't apply to you, okay? Also, if it does resonate with you, please feel free to leave comments. I would like to hear about it. I would like for you to share your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences in regards to what resonates with you in this pick a card. You can do so in the comments, or you can email me, and you can find my email address on my website, or you can actually just contact me through my website. That's so much easier if you want to do it in private and you don't want your spiritual support team want to say to us today, okay? Remember, give yourself an opportunity to just sit, relax, bring yourself cards. I think that of all the cards, these are my favorite cards. Shamanic Healing cards. All the cards, these are my favorite cards. All right. So, and let's go with our last one. And these are actually going to go with the bottom. I should have started with this one because this needs to go at the bottom. Okay. So in the future, these might be a little bit more planned out, but for the most part, I think I like to do them live. I like to do them here because the entire process will be in the moment, and there won't be too much time for overanalyzing or too much time for dwelling. I like everything to be and happen not fast, but in the flow, because to me, that's more of a natural process. Okay, so we have, let's do the piles. Okay, so pick the pile. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Give yourself a moment to check them out, and I will put them back. Okay, so again, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, ready? All right, so let's get going. Let's get going on. Ready? All right, so let's get going. Let's get going on. Get started. The first card that came up is creativity. The second card is death. And we also have Bridger. Now, first and foremost, let's start with the death card. Relax. Just relax. Just because you see the death card doesn't mean it's actual loss of life. Keep in mind that death is It's a cycle of life. You have birth and you have death. So things are born, things are created, and things die. They come to an end. There's closure. The chapter has ended. Okay. So let's start with creativity. Well, these cards go hand in hand, creativity and death. What's coming through for you is, in your current state of creativity, it feels as though there is a, not entirely, you don't entirely feel stagnant or stuck, but there's just a little part of that, of your creative moment. And I'm saying that you don't entirely feel stagnant or stuck, but there's just a little part of that, of your creative moment. And I'm saying that in the present, where you feel a little process because you kind of get stuck in the middle and you kind of lose sight of it, or there's a disconnect and you lose your mojo, so to speak. You lose your oomph, your motivation. It kind of just dies down. And you chalk that up to, I have writer's block, or this isn't meant for me. But what that's actually telling you, or what's coming through for you, is the reason you're experiencing this is because it's time for you to reevaluate the process that you are currently use for your creativity. It's time to bring that process to an end. That one has served its purpose. It's worked for you in the past. It has served its creative purpose, but it no longer works for you anymore. You have elevated, you have evolved into a different level, so to speak, of your creativity. So you cannot continue to use your usual process. And that's where the death card comes in. They're asking that the current process, creative process, it's time to bring it to an end. It's time to kill it. It's time to wrap it up. Be grateful for all the time that it has spent with you and for the purpose that it has served. And it's time to just close it off and move forward. Now, that's where the next card comes in, which is Realm Bridger. This card is asking you to, okay, do you see how the figure is kind of holding the ball on top and then holding the ball down below? This picture is coming through for specific representation, meaning the ball on top, sir, it represents bringing yourself back to center. It represents you grounding yourself, because now that you've closed this chapter and you've kind of felt stuck and you kind of have felt like you've lost your motivation, it's time to bring yourself back to center. It's time to collect yourself from all these different places that you've been, so that you can start asking for guidance and asking for clarification as to what your next step is, or to what your next level of creativity is going to look like. Now, the top crystal, that's a representation of bringing yourself back to center. Now, the little one at the bottom, this right here, that one is specific as to your method of divination. Say, for example, I need to spend some time. Now that I've, brought myself back to center, I'm going to use this selenite because I need to focus on, let's say I need to focus on how I can connect more with my guides. And this is the crystal that's going to help me with that. So this is the crystal I'm going to spend time with next. So in reference to your creativity, now that you have evolved and you're moving on to a next level, pick the crystal or the divination tool that helps you with that, okay? Pick something, whatever your divination tool is going to be. Sometimes it could be a book that you will open up and intuitively select a page that's going to help you. You can use the Bible. You can use whatever divination tool resonates with you for the specific purpose of trying to, get some more clarification and guidance as to the next level of how you're expressing your creativity. Okay? That's things. Count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. Okay? You can't read it because it's backwards. So your self-care card is blessings. Through this entire process of creativity, and don't forget to express your gratitude. Don't forget to remember that you are blessed and that you are loved unconditionally by Source and by your entire divine spiritual support team. And they want you to remember that no matter how you feel, no matter how stuck you feel or how lost you feel, or how depleted you may feel, always remember that you are in your life has come through in the exact timing for the exact reason. So don't be afraid to bring certain chapters of your life and certain processes and certain experiences to a close, because it's time for them to close for a reason, because you have something more that's waiting for you right beyond that one step of thanking everything and being grateful for the purpose that it served, and letting it go so that you can move forward onto greater things or better things that are waiting for you. Okay, so blessings. That is your self-care card. Pile one, blessings. Okay, so that was pile one. Let's move on to pile two. Oops. Pile two, this is for you. All right, let's see. Okay, pile two, reunion of souls, discipline, lumen essence. I need to ask for clarity on lumen essence, so when we get to that card, I will read what the book has to say. Okay, reunion of souls and discipline. Again, these two cards come together. So, reunion of souls is showing me a cycle. I see a cycle of people or of a person that tends to just kind of come back into your life like clockwork because it is a habit, because it is a routine. It's a comfortable routine. Now, excuse me, you have felt as though every time the cycle comes through and you spend time with this person, it feels okay moment, but then after it's done, you have that moment of reflection and you feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't keep doing this. I mean, it feels good, but I know it's not good for me. And I want to be able to move past that. I want to be able to let that go so that I can move forward. Because right now you don't feel like you're moving backwards, but you do feel like you're just kind of like on a treadmill, just kind of, yeah, I did the foot thing like you can see it, but like you're on a treadmill, like you're just kind of, yes, you're active and you're moving, but you're not moving forward. So that the cycle with this person, it literally just feels like a treadmill. The same concept as being on a treadmill. Yes, you have the ability to, okay, you have the ability to end that cycle. You have the ability to put your hand right here so that hamster wheel just hits and it stops. You have the ability. However, it's going to take a tremendous amount of discipline on your behalf to be able to say, okay, no, you can't come through anymore because I don't want that anymore. I have decided that I'm going to move forward. And in order for me to do so, I have to stop this hamster wheel right here. It might require some confrontation, or it just might require you not responding to text or to phone calls or to emails or to invitations to lunch or whatever the case may be. I don't know what that's going to look like. Like I said, there. Okay. Pile number 3. You have new day, worry, and life worry, and life force energy. I want you to spend some time looking at this card. Life force energy. Look at this card. And actually, if you can take a screenshot of this card, please do so, because they're asking that you spend some time meditating with this picture, meditating with this image, meditating with the words, because that is, you have a specific message coming through for you specific through this image. So please spend some time with it and allow yourself to receive the message that's coming through for you through this image, okay? It feels heavy. It feels moment, your current state of existence, your current way of being. It may not be due to something specific, but rather it's due to the conditioning of how we are led to believe to go through life or to handle the various instances and situations and experiences in life. We are led to believe that worry and stress are part of life. Worry and stress are normal, and worry or stress are healthy because that's how you get through life. But that is incorrect. That is a false belief that it's what it handicaps us. It affects our mental health, and it just overall just drags us down and put us in a place that we are not meant to be. They're asking that you, first of all, acknowledge the fact that yes, you worry a lot and you worry way too much. And also acknowledge the fact and understand that you don't have to worry. Worry doesn't solve your problems. It doesn't serve a purpose, and it doesn't bring you any closure. Worrying is not, has no place for your highest and greater good. Okay. So before you can even move on or try to heal yourself from the concept or the belief system of worry, or before you can start working on trying to release the concept of worrying, you have to understand that it does not have a place when working towards or working with or in reference to your highest and greatest good. That's the most important thing right now. Okay. It's going to take a lot of work for you to get past this worry thing. It's going to take a lot of understanding and a lot of acceptance and a lot of acknowledgement on your behalf, because you're going to, it's almost as though your immediate response to to the explanation or the discussion or the conversation in regards to worry and stress is, you can't avoid it. I can't stop it. How am I just not going to worry about things? What am I supposed to just stop caring about them? But worry and care are not one and the same. You don't have to worry about something in order to care about it. You don't have to care about something in order to worry about it. Realistically, they're not in relation to each other. Yes, they can ride the same roller coaster in the same seat, on the same cart, but that doesn't mean that they belong together. Okay. Yes, you can care about something, but why worrying about it doesn't help you care more. It doesn't help you care less. It doesn't help you resolve the issue. And it does not bring you clarity. Does not bring you insight. It does not bring you guidance. It brings you everything opposite to that. Okay. It clouds your judgment. It's this fog that just rests on you that you can barely even walk through because it feels so heavy on you, literally, physically, emotionally, and mentally, especially mentally. It's like one of the, shittiest feelings ever, but it's just this it's just this crappy belief system that most of us were taught. Okay. Now, there's going to be a lot of shadow work for you when it comes to working through letting go of worry. Okay. A tremendous amount, and only because of all the conditioning throughout life. Okay. Once we get to working through that, once we get to kind of rinsing off our legs from all the mud, from all the crap when it comes to the whole worrying issue, you're going to start to see a new day, the dawn of a new day. You're going to be able to look up and say, dang, even though I'm stuck in all this mud right now and I'm working through rinsing it off, I can see there's something new over there. There's something brighter. You're going to look up and realize, dang, the sky is not actually full of mud. Just this where I am is, and I can rinse that off. I can wash myself through it. I just got to literally do the work to get myself out of it. But there is a new day out there. Okay. And the only way that you're going to be able to get through this, to work through all this and really start addressing the shadow work behind it and be able to, okay, in order to do all of that, your focus has to be here, your life force energy. Okay, let's read life force energy specifically for you. Life force energy, mana, aina, the rainbow spectrum, bright white light, Reiki, celebrating life, God force, optimal health, being vibrantly alive, thriving, nature, conscious consumption, Eden, the body as a temple, bringing earth into balance, cell rejuvenation, the love of the land. The divinatory meaning of that. It is time for celebration. Revel in the bliss of being alive. This is an incredibly healing card packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. It reminds you to seek joy and upliftment in everything you do as much as possible. Consider the foods you eat, the environments you spend your time in, the people in your life, and even the things you wear. Increase your awareness of their journey, how they came to be in your world, and their energetic resonance. Are they alive and vibrant? You may also be inspired to work with healing energies such as Reiki or with the land, perhaps to grow vegetables. You are encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with vitality. That is why they're asking you to meditate with this card, because of the healing energy that is packed into this card, that is packed into this image. That is how they're conveying to you, or that is how they're bringing forth to you the healing energy, is through this image. And that is, again, that is why they're asking you to meditate with this image. Okay. And that is how you're going to be able to work through all this whole issue and the dealings with the worry, to be able to get you to look up and see that there is a new day every single day out there for you. Okay. So that's pile number 3. Your self-care card is silence. Rest your mind. Silence is good self-care. Silence will be here when you meditate with this image. This is where silence is going to start to come into play, and that is when you will be able to put silence into play in terms of your self-care. Okay? So that's pile number 3. I hope that you guys all enjoyed this live pick a card. Again, this was my first time. Excuse me, that's my first time on YouTube. It's my first time doing a pick a card, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If it resonates with you, please take the parts that have resonated with you and run with them. Let them continue to resonate. Let them start to come into play in your life. Journal about them, meditate about them, or just sit with them. Do whatever you feel like doing with those parts that resonated with you. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. I would love to hear your experiences with it. I would love to hear whatever you'd like to share with me on this video. If you don't want to share it publicly, please feel free to reach me on my website, where you can contact me and you can leave a message there, or you can check out my email address and email me, so that we can, have a little discussion as to how you felt about today's pick a card. Again, the link to my website will be down below. It is Anna. Have the events that are coming up, several things that you can check out and just surf around and see. Tell me what you think. Okay. I hope that you guys enjoyed spending time with me. I hope that you guys have enjoyed all the messages that have come through from our divine spiritual support teams. And I look forward to doing this again. So again, feel free to leave me any comment or any message down below. And I will see you guys all another day. Bye.